Hi everyone, welcome to this week's show. Sorry I'm a day late. I completely forgot yesterday was Friday. But this week we're going to talk about hauntings. Haunted places, haunted, graveyards, homes, hotels, things like that. Places that hold apparitions or, ghosts who make themselves known. I got quite a few emails over the last few weeks asking about these. I got one from Renee in Vancouver, and she says, I think my house is haunted. How do I communicate with this person? How do I tell them to leave? Okay, first of all, you have to know they've been there a hell of a lot longer than you have. And even though you might think legally, possessively, this is my home, it's their place. So you have to find out why they're there. If you know the past owners, call them, ask them, did you ever have any ghosts? Did you ever have any, problems? And, if they say no, honestly say no, then perhaps it's someone you brought with you. Perhaps it's someone attached to you trying to teach you something. So you kind of have to figure out what that is first. If what we're talking about is haunted sites, famous haunted sites where, the ghosts just kind of stay, or the negative energy of the ghosts of the past soul stays. There is plenty of ways to clear it if it's not meant to stay. I hear this all the time. It's like, oh, that house down the street, is haunted, but they don't do anything about it. Well, probably because it's not bothering them. And, there are some famous ghost places that don't want to get rid of the ghost. That's kind of what they're famous for. So why would they want the ghost to go away? But if you're talking about, just kind of you moved into a place and somebody didn't leave, I've had that happen many times. My current place that I'm living, as soon as I moved in, I saw a blonde-haired older woman going from the master bedroom around to the guest bedroom. And it was just like a pattern. And at first I thought it was the energy of someone left behind. But then I realized it wasn't. It was really, a spirit. So I just put it out there. I cleared the place. I used sage, which is very well known for Native Americans. They use it for clearing. In India, I believe they use, I'm not going to remember this, Nag Champ, I think is what it's called. Some traditions use bells. I like the old sage stick. So I just open all my windows and walk around the whole house and just kind of clear it and bless it and I just said to the person, this is my new home. You're more than welcome to stay here. You're more than welcome to hang out, but you will not disrupt my life. This is what I do. This is who I am. You can live with that. You can stay. If not, you need to move on to whomever, wherever you need to be. And if you want me to help you do that, I will. And 3 days later, never saw the woman again. So it just depends. Sometimes they just kind of like get lost. The family moved and they didn't. Or it's someone, I believe here in the case, it was someone who had lived here at one time or possibly visited at one time. And when she died, she just felt this was a comfortable place to come back to. And, the previous owners probably never paid a mind to her, probably never knew she existed. But the fact that I'm a medium, I saw her immediately. And really, if they're not really bothering you, I wouldn't worry about it. If they're bothering you, then they're trying to make themselves known, and you have to look at how much they're bothering you. Is it just little things? Because sometimes that's your family on the other side kind of going knock knock anybody home. You're not doing something you're supposed to be doing, or you should be paying attention. But if it's really bad, knocking books off the shelves and breaking things, and that's a disgruntled spirit. And yeah, you want someone to come in and not exercise the home, but find out who it is. Find out why they're there. Talk to them. Because again, sometimes they're just stuck and they need help to move on. And sometimes they're trying to get your attention. And if you're not sure, go to a famous haunted place. You know, when I was visiting Georgia, there's many. Louisiana, oh my God, they have tons of them. And, you know, sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't when I go visiting places like that. Um, and I think it's interesting because some of the places that have been, quote, you know, possessed, or quote, you know, I always love when they like advertise, you will feel the presence on your tour. I've been on a couple of tours and felt nothing and seen nothing. And since I see more than the average person, yeah, that's a lot of baloney. So kind of like, don't take that at heart as to what they say. You know, yeah, if room 33 is haunted, don't stay in room 33, you know, stay down on the first floor or something. But really, you know, do your homework and figure it out. And again, if something is in your home and if you want it to leave, you know, find out what it is. Have a medium come in. Have someone who can see, not just feel, not just know, or not just hear, but also see what's there. Because not all mediums can see the apparitions. I don't know if they just don't want to, or if that's just not a skill they developed. But there are those that do. They see, hear, feel, touch, know what's in your space. And they can tell you. And pretty much they can tell you without aggravating the spirit. You know, if someone comes in, you know, flashing holy water and, you know, trying to drive out evil spirits, you're not going to get any answers. And you may even just piss them off a little too much and not get anywhere. So, I don't know how I got on that subject, but let's go back to haunted places. You know, not all places are haunted. You know, not all famous places are still haunted. You know, they're just famous for having been haunted at one time. And, you know, just take it for what it's worth. You know, just like anything, you know, do your homework, pay attention, and, you know, ask questions. Ask questions of people who have seen them before, or not seen them, or whatever. And I think that's about it for this week. So, thanks for writing in. I appreciate all your emails, and keep them up, because that's the only way I know what you want to hear. Ciao.